Since its introduction on the 9th of January 1976, the F-16 has been one of the most successful military platforms for America. The fighter was deployed in Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm. During the Gulf War, the F-15 accounted for 36 of the 39 air-to-air victories by the U.S. Air Force against Iraqi forces. Though very successful, the F-15 is now a 4-decade-old design. But still, a new variant of the aircraft, named F-15EX, will be acquired in large numbers and has been officially named Eagle II recently. Viewers may note that the first F-15EX had been accepted by the U.S. Air Force on March 10th, and after being ferried from Boeing's St. Louis, Missouri facility to Eglin, is now undergoing testing by the 40th Flight Test Squadron. This was the first new F-15 to be delivered to the U.S. Air Force in 17 years. The contract, which has a ceiling value of about $23 billion, includes options for up to 200 jets, with the U.S. Air Force projecting it will buy at least 144 F-15EX aircraft. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why U.S. Air Force is buying F-15EX Eagle II in large numbers instead of F-35s. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder, the most comprehensive military vehicle online game for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, in which you can go to battle on more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s. The game has an amazing attention to detail and focuses on a realistic combat experience, which is why knowing your vehicles and skill really makes a difference. It's easy to get into, and all you need to play is nothing more but your mouse and keyboard or controller. Immerse yourself in cross-platform combat with more than 20 million other military vehicle enthusiasts from all over the world. Download and play War Thunder for free using the link in the description below, and also get a free bonus tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account. The McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle is an American, twin-engine, all-weather, tactical fighter aircraft designed by McDonnell Douglas, now part of Boeing. The Eagle first flew in July 1972 and entered service in 1976. It's among the most successful modern fighters, with over 100 victories and no losses in aerial combat, with the majority of the kills by the Israeli Air Force. F-15 was originally envisioned as a pure air superiority aircraft. Its platform included a secondary ground attack capability. The aircraft design proved flexible enough that an improved all-weather strike derivative, the F-15E Strike Eagle, was later developed, entering service in 1989, and has been exported to several nations. Serial production of the F-15 is largely driven by foreign sales in recent years. This has enabled the integration of new technology and weapons and keeps the workforce, as well as the manufacturing facilities, fresh. The Eagles of today have stronger airframes, more powerful processors, and advanced flight control systems than any the Air Force still flies, according to the Congressional Research Service, CRS. What's new to the F-15EX is an advanced radar and other subsystems that other countries' Eagles don't get. As per reports, about 30% of American F-15EX would be unique to the U.S. military. As per Boeing, with next-generation technologies that provide improved survivability across a broad spectrum of environments, the complementary capabilities of F-15EX enable a more balanced force structure that will remain of current and emerging threats for decades. There are three main reasons for the acceptance of F-15EX. Let's check them one by one and understand the buying rationale logically. F-35s can carry 5,700 pounds or 2,600 kilograms of weapons internally. In this configuration, it can maintain its stealth profile. In case weapons are carried both internally and externally, 18,000 pounds or 8,200 kilograms of total weapons can be hauled. Each F-15EX, in contrast, can carry nearly 30,000 pounds of air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons. The F-15EX will be able to carry enormous weapons payload thanks to the Boeing's new Amber missile racks. At maximum, it can deploy 22 missiles. In a conflict, it could carry 8 air-to-air missiles and 28 small-diameter bombs, or up to 7 2,000-pound bombs and 8 air-to-air missiles. This will enable F-15EX to be a weapons carrier for stealth fighters such as the F-22 Raptor and the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. U.S. Air Force would surely like to have a fleet made up predominantly of stealthy jets, but the cost of having all stealthy Air Force is huge. Not only the upfront cost of the jets are very high, the maintenance cost is also multiple times more than a normal jet. For this reason, the consensus is to have a mix of stealthy and non-stealthy jets that can carry out missions as a team. The F-15EX will be much cheaper than the $95 million per unit cost of F-35A. It will also cost about $27,000 per hour to fly, much below the $45,000 an hour to fly the F-35A. Another very important aspect of F-15EX will have a 20,000-hour service life. That's about 3 times of any fighter currently being produced around the world. This means these can possibly serve up to 80 years, making F-15EX a compelling proposition for the U.S. Air Force. The F-15 airframe is proven and the design will be reused with some optimization. Most of the airframe modification is expected to focus on making the fighter more elusive to radars. The internals are where most of the changes will be done and will see huge upgrades. F-15EX will have flat-screen glass cockpit, Joint Helmet Mounting Cueing System 2 helmet targeting system, APG-82 active electronically scanned array radar, the Eagle Passive Active Warning Survivability System electronic warfare, electronic surveillance system, and Legion targeting pod. Legion pod will enable F-15EX with long-wave infrared search and track (IRST) capability. Legion pod can be attached to an aircraft's airframe externally. F-15EX is not intended to replace the F-22, F-35, or any future stealth jets, but complement them. The USAF already has plans to upgrade its F-15C and F-15D fleet so that it could remain viable into the 2030s and possibly beyond. It would cost millions of dollars per plane. This is where F-15EX comes into the picture. F-15EX could take the place of U.S. Air Force's entire F-15C and F-15D fleet. As per reports, there will be no impact on the existing F-15E Strike Eagle fleet or its planned upgrade. F-15EX will be configured to work in tandem with the stealth jets. It would act as a missile hauler, launching missiles on as per the direction provided by the stealthy jets. Clearly, it makes sense for the U.S. Air Force to go for the F-15EX. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.